Generic greetings and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included once again. In the previous episode, stress is the overall summary of the thing, I believe. Essentially, we try to sweep up the entire colony and surrounding area, and people got very, very annoyed at it, which is sort of understandable, really. But now that we've resolved that by essentially finishing the job and putting a lot of these things into storage, we should be okay. We have a couple of issues though. Firstly, this place here is getting filled with carbon dioxide, which is not good. We also have overloaded circuits pretty much around the entire base because we're all on one grid and we're now generating and indeed using more than 1 kilowatt. So it means that the standard circuits can't handle it, and because of that we have a lot of problems. So the solution is to make separate grids where we have this section, and this section connected with different wiring, but that's a lot of job. It's a whole lot of jobbings. So we're not going to do it just yet. What we need to do is really get our hydroponics up, which is what we'll be doing this episode. First things first, I believe, let's just pause it just after the research completes, which was fortuitous. We're going to go over to our probably oxygen, maybe. And we want an air scrubber, which removes carbon dioxide from the air, but we don't have one yet, so we're going to have to go to research and then research it. And then it means we can scrub the carbon dioxide from here. We're not going to filter it out, as I mentioned previously. We're just going to scrub it and get rid, because honestly, trying to take that elsewhere is just going to be a bit of a nightmare, so we're not going to bother. So, these guys are still running, which is something I don't really need. The current threshold's 50%, so they should have actually stopped running by now, because they're trying to fill it up. Battery recharge threshold. Yeah, 50%. So they should stop running when the battery hits 50%, but apparently they're not, which is interesting. I'm going to disable both of the buildings, and then eventually they might go and turn on this coal generator. It's idle because it's not getting powered up. It looks like they're prioritizing the manual generation over the coal generation. Okay, we'll see what happens anyway. So, batteries are still powering the majority of the base. Research is getting done, which is good, and then we'll start scrubbing in here. We've got a couple of art pieces to complete, which we'll do at some point, and you can see stress has now gone right down, mainly because we've got 2 stress benches here, the 2 massage tables, getting rid of all of that, and also we've swept a lot of the dirt off the floor, which means there's just not a lot here to worry about too much. In terms of coal, we should be okay. We've got coal access here, there's seams up here. I believe there is some dotted around here. No, that's obsidian. There was some elsewhere. I just can't see exactly where it is. What's that? That's just sand. Okay. Right. So anyway, there's also some water there as well, which is strange. Some bottled water. Don't know why. But looks like the coal generator is back up and running, which is hopefully going to... No, it's not going to power everything. Look. Oh no, 4.5. It is going up. It is slowly going up. When our research is on, I don't think it does work as much, but yeah. Let's just have a check of oxygen. It's still going up. We're still not pulling the oxygen out as much. Might have to have some more of these algae terrariums. Hang on, we'll go for... Where is it? It'll be in refinement? No, oxygen maybe? Yeah, it's in oxygen. Put one either side. These are priority 9s. We'll change them all to priority 9s. I still don't know whether this is the best solution to the problem. Recycles carbon dioxide into a small amount of oxygen. But I don't know if that's good or not. Whereas the electrolyzer produces oxygen, hydrogen, piped in water. And then you've got the air scrubber, which just says filters carbon dioxide and removes it from the air. So I don't know what the long-term solution is. I like to recycle. I like to take the carbon dioxide, turn it into something else, but I don't know whether that's going to be an issue with the amount of algae that we have. 4,000. Oh yeah, that's going to be an issue, I think. We'll have to keep an eye on that. And we've also not got enough power. But there's our research completed, which means we now do have an air scrubber, which is filters carbon dioxide and removes it from the air. 120 watt though. And it also has a liquid intake and output pipe. Really? Oh, okay. So we have to pump water into it as well now. That's really, really problematic, actually. Like, I don't know whether we'll be able to do that. I mean, we'll have to pump water into it. And that means another pump, which means more power. That compounds the issue. Not keen on that. Not keen on that. We'll have to see. They'll just have to deal with holding the breath while they're in the shower. I mean, obviously they're not going to breathe the water anyway, so it's sort of not too bad. Anyway, let's get someone else. Let's choose a duplicant, and we've got a loud sleeper. No, can't dig it. They can't dig, but they're naturally robust, and they're good at cooking, and they've got strength, which increases carrying capacity. They're not great. We've got a runner here, which is loud sleeper. No, small bladder, tiny pea-sized bladder, adorable. So they've got buff and uncultured, so they can't do art. But they're very strong and they've got good tinkering. Decor expectation is in the negatives. They're stress response binge eaters, so they just eat loads of stuff and they don't really care about food quality. She's the best one here, but she's a loud sleeper. And we don't want that at all. Strength in cooking's good. But they do have a decor expectation. We'll go for you. Marie. Welcome aboard, Marie. Whee! And we've got a new person. So, let's turn on one of those. And we really need to turn these on. Prioritize. Level 9. Get this done. Let's get our hydroponics up and running. Oh, this allows us to bring another replicant here, duplicant, straight away, which we're not going to do. Because we need to get this done sooner rather than later. So, what we'll do, we'll go for base, tile, place that up there. Actually, 2 of. And then we'll have a manual airlock, because we'll have a ladder going right down. Like that. And then we'll have a pump. Because this is where we're going to have liquids. So plumbing, liquid pipe. See, it has intake, like that. And it's shouting at food storage as well. Trying to resolve the problem. We might have to just make some mush bars for now. Until we get this up and running. The problem is we've only got one of these mealworm seeds. Yeah, we do. Could have some of this blossom seed. Let's have a pause. So the mealwood seed, you can see for excellent harvest you get 1,600 calories of meal lice, whereas the blossom seed you always get 1,600 calories. But I think it's going to be better for us if we produce that. Let's cancel that. You can't process it. You can't process these seeds. But they are high in calorie. And their calorie count is quite high, so we'll do that. Insufficient oxygen generation. Only by a little bit though. Algae is down to... Oh, it's really at unsustainable levels. Not that the game is sustainable anywhere, because you just have to dig out and stuff. Then you've got all this slime, and then you need to convert slime, which should be in refinement. Convert slime into algae, yeah, biodistiller. So we'll have to do that as well. So these have got toasty surroundings, stifled. And it's not irrigated, which we knew about. So we're just going to have to prioritize it. Prioritize all of that. 9, 9, 9. Get it done. So. There's a lot of polluted oxygen in here, which is very strange. I don't know why there's so much polluted oxygen. Deconstruct that. That one. And then we'll have a ladder. At least it's storing it. Do you see that? That's pretty good. So there we go. And what we'll have to do, we'll have to run a pipe down here and then into this part where we'll have a liquid pump like that. And the liquid pipe will come out, up, and then into those, like so. Obviously, while we're at it, we need power, which will pretty much follow the same path. Into that. Okay. So, stifled because it says it's too warm, so we'll have to cool this down. Best way of cooling it down in the short term is a hydro fan. But a thermal regulator is the way to go. Cools the gas pipe through it, but outputs heat in the immediate vicinity. Well, the question is, can I put it underwater? Yes, I can. Will it break, though? That is strange. I don't think you're allowed to put it there. I think you'd have to put it elsewhere. The question is, where do we put the heat? I'm building lack of resources microbe musher. Is that because of the lice loaf? I'm guessing lice loaf, yeah. Cancel that. Just make the other stuff, please. So, if we're going to cool this down, if we use this exchanger here, the thermoregulator cools the gas pipe through it, but outputs heat in the immediate vicinity. Can't put it in the water. It looks like we can, but that'll probably displace the water and then break things. So we are just talking really a hydro fan in the short term. That's probably the way to go. It's not ideal by any stretch, but I think it's the best of a bad job for the time being. So we'll just let them crack on, really. Stress has been massively reduced, which is good. Still waiting for them to crack on here. I don't know why they're taking so much time to do a lot of things. Are they just picking stuff up and start storing it? I don't know. Yeah, they're just picking up the rock. I'm guessing to use it, not to store it. Yeah, they're putting it in storage. Because this is the same priority as everything else. But because the other one was placed beforehand, it's now going to take a while. Because they're doing that first, you see. Obviously, we're going to have to scrub all of this polluted oxygen. We can do that. We'll just place a one of those air deodorizer. Might even put it up there. I don't know. Can I put it up there? Would they have access to that if I put it up there? It's a strange one. Doesn't say it can't be placed there. Right, so they're now going inside here, as you can see, which will be filled with horrible, stinky water. Which means they're now dripping, and they'll have to go over here into the shower. And when they're in here, they can start getting disease, which we've not really had any experience of in the game so far. We've never seen it where they do get ill. Some people do have, like... Some people are better at managing the illness, or rather, some people are better at dealing with that. So I think they swim down, as you can see, but we'll get there eventually. So they're going to place all that. That'll then pump all of this into here. Actually, that's a question. I didn't check something. Yeah, damn it. That is water it wants, not contaminated. That is contaminated water. Polluted water, rather. This one just wants water. So, What we'll have to do, deconstruct wires and liquid pipes. Like that. Alright? Prioritize level 9. So now, we should... Yeah, that's definitely disconnected. And also, if we look at liquid pipe, it is now disconnected. That's fine. Because what we can do is now go back over to water. Plumbing and liquid pump. That's not the way I wanted it. Cancel. Right, liquid pipe. And then across into there. Power. Electrical wire. Something like that. Which, surprisingly, this hasn't been done. Seen that? That hasn't been placed. Strange. It's just they've got so much to do. Yet they're not doing any of it. Oh, they are doing it, but it's subsistence living really at the moment. It's really cracking on with the rest of the tasks. So in terms of reports, let's have a look at yesterday. So no power wasted, which is good. We did generate calories. We didn't actually lose any. And stress was an increased stress change of 7%, which we understand because they went down here essentially. So I don't think there's any surprise there really. And that's not too bad. However, what is bad is I reckon we'll be burning through our algae. Yeah, we're burning through our algae at a really unsustainable rate now. So, what do we either go off algae, do we stop using it, or do we go for a solution of just gathering as much as we can, like mining all of this out? Which is possible with all this slime here and then convert it over. That's clay. Which is something I've never done anything with. See, this is there's some algae here, this is clay, there's some slime. Is there any free algae available? Well, there's a little bit here. And then there's slime up here. It's mainly slime there. We've got a lot of algae around here, which we could dig into. That is a possibility. That is a possibility. It shouldn't be a massive task to do it either, really. We just have to open up this section and then have it go along, which would also give us a better sump. So maybe that's the way to go. What isn't the way to go is they still have not yet done this. Have they run out of... How is it unreachable? Can they not get through that? Looks like they can't. So am I going to have a ladder right across? I am going to have to ladder right across. That's annoying. I thought they'd be able to work through that. Okay, so my original plan of actually making it a lot easier by doing it... making it a lot easier by having them above has actually caused me more problems than it's worth. Nice one. Okay. Well... Looks like... we can stop producing... We can stop producing the mush bars now. Don't think we need to do that. We do have to change the airlocks at some point as well. I know people have pointed this out, that actually the manual airlocks are really, really, really slow. And yeah, because of the size of our base here, it is actually becoming a bit of a problem. What I'm going to do is open a lot of these airlocks, because this is sealed off anyway. So having these locked open should be better for us in the long term. This one we don't... Do we want to have this open? It's toasty surroundings and stifled, so we have to sort that out by putting the fan at max... at max priority, but I don't know whether that is going to fix the issue or not. Microbe mush lacking resources, we know that. Let's have a look at our reports. Cycle 44, so this is the longest colony I've had. It's also the biggest one we've had here. Go for yesterday, we can see that we've generated a lot of calories. No power wasted again, that's good. No idle time. And Stress is minus 42 reduction. That's fine then. So we are trending in the right way. It's just the resources that we use while doing all of that. So I'm going to prioritize all of this because I want to get my irrigation system up and running. And it looks like it is actually getting irrigated. See that? Hang on. That one. Look at that. That is actually getting irrigated now. See that? That's good. Irrigation. So this is irrigation. And it will get fertilized at some point. It does say that, if I click on it, predicted is good yield. That is 1,600 calories and also 1 seed on the final harvest. Excellent. So at least that's trending towards everything equal. That's good. It's still... Is it the air pressure that's the problem? It will be the air pressure that's the problem. So we want to prioritize that, and we'll just open this airlock. And then that should fix the issue, at least one would hope. Because then at least we'll have air coming in here. Right. Oh, and they're also doing a lot of painting. I'm guessing it's because of the de-stress stuff. Yeah, it is. Good yield expected. Temperature's fine. Air pressure good. Yep. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. This is still sucking up all of that. That's fine. This carbon dioxide has gone down. Alright. Okay. We are trending positively now. This is good. I hope. All we need to do is finish this off. It says unreachable, but they can go along that ladder, can't they? I thought they could. Can they go along that ladder? Apparently not. I thought you can go across the ladders. Well, you can, because I've seen them do this one. So maybe the ladders need to be a bit further down. So it's going to have to be this. Like that. Yep, that's fine. Yeah, and then they can get these on, and then they'll be irrigated. Because at the moment they're not. Yes, they have access to that now. Perfect. Right. Storage is getting full in here with a lot of raw mineral, but it's about right. Awaiting irrigation. 4 halves remaining. These are still getting harvested. We could do the same thing over here. But we'll have to see. The good thing about this is that now that I've got this system in place with the liquid pump, it is pretty much... It's 2 things we need to place. You place 1 pipe work and... Well, 1 bit of pipe and 1 electricity cable, and then it immediately will pump the polluted stuff into here. So if we want to change crops, it's very, very, very simple, which is what you want. However, we also might have another grow area somewhere. I really wish I'd place it up here. I was actually going to place it further up as well, but I decided not to because I thought having it more centralized would be a better choice, which I still think that is the right choice. Just, it's a bit more of a nightmare. What we'll probably end up doing is have this change to the mealwood and this one change to the bristle blossom. That's what we'll probably do. And we'll have to switch them around. So this pump will go into there, and then this pump will go into here. That's the long term, though. If we get that far, I don't know if we will. This is a problem. We're out of coal. So, prioritize level 9. And dig coal out. Because we need coal. And we need it faster. Sooner rather than later. I was wondering when we were going to run out, and apparently the answer is we've already run out. Algae is getting low. Yeah. But at the moment, things are not too bad. Actually, that one there, if I enable that building and disable that one, you can see we've still got half coal in there. So we should be okay. And we'll have to go back to running on the bike like peasants. Anyway, we will leave it there. We do have now hydroponic farm. Very nice. If we go over to water, look at that. Hydroponic farm. All working. Nice. Next episode, we will get more coal, because we need to get that sooner rather than later. And then... Come on. Dig. 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 And then we'll have to have probably a ladder going up, really. Like that. And then dig the rest out. Might as well dig the rest of the coal out while we're here. There we are. So yeah, dig all that out. Dig all of this out. And then probably advance to this side to get more water. And then more algae. But it's the algae that's becoming a problem. And because of that, we can't really use it for crops. And crops are only slowly growing. So we're not out of the woods. Although the problem is that the game keeps putting more stuff in front of you. Or rather, you are there to essentially use all the resources that the game has, which is always a problem. Anyway, next episode, probably going to dig this area out. Hopefully get some more crops in. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.